the best way to deal with a bear, if a bear attacks you, and this is genuine, if a bear attacks you, is stay very still and wait for it until it gets really close, until it's literally about there, and then you just go, whoa, like that. And because it's got those big round feet, it just goes, whoa. They can't adjust. They've got no balls on their feet. So you just go, whoa, like that, and it just throws them. And then and sometimes I've been attacked by loads of bears, and they're just literally going, whoa, and they're all behind me in a big pile.
Would you remember that under attack? Because, you know, there's so much information about dealing with animals that I think if a bear attacked me, I'd probably, like, piss on my feet or something, you know, get confused with jellyfish. So you'd have to remember it. Would you remember that?
Well, the difference between a bear and a jellyfish, easy. OK. I reckon one of the worst things about living alone must be you've only got your own clothes to wear. There's not another, like, bank of clothes to dip into. Yeah, and situation arises that you'd need to.
If you're, like, wearing women's clothes in the day, you can't say, look...
Whoa, I didn't mean that. Whoa.
If you wear women's clothes on in the day...
Well, not on television, I don't say that.
But you could, and you just say, oh, well, look, it's part of a loving, heterosexual relationship, it's just something I like doing when my wife's out, sort of thing.
Who told you that?
You know, it's fairly obvious.
Sean, what do you think is the best invention of all time?
It's got to be the hat, hasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, before the hat, what people had to endure...
That's very ladylike, Claudia. I enjoy that noise.
She's just about to tan herself.
Anything coming from the sky, generally, if you live on this planet for a while, anything that comes from the sky is bad. It's rain, it's sun, it's wind. Sometimes it's like anvils, if you're in a cartoon. You need a special hat for that one. It's got to be the hat.
What about cheese strings?
Don't be so bloody childish. Not cheese strings.
It's not cheese.
We're talking sensible inventions.
Yes.
String and cheese, it's two things that we needed, but now we only need them in
It doesn't
one
work.
place.
It doesn't work as string, I can tell you that. So if you try and wrap a parcel in that stuff, and it doesn't work as cheese, because it tastes like the rim of a car door, you know, that sort of rubber.
He's right.
So it fails on both. What it has got is shiny packaging to attract children, who, as we know, are idiots. I've had a near-death experience on a plane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was flying to America, and they had a problem with one of the engines, and people started getting very nervous and edgy, and then the other engine packed up, and the plane was plummeting towards the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and there was just panic, pandemonium on the plane. And I remember, for some reason, it was quite interesting, because I realised I wasn't actually that, but I was quite calm, I was quite composed. I was a bit pissed off to turn the film off. And there's a little old lady sitting next to me, and she was in a terrible state, and I felt responsible, and I was very calm. She was just, and I took her hand, and I brought it down onto the armrest, and I just looked her in the eye, and I said, "Fuck you, old lady! We're gonna die!" I think the worst thing must be living on your own is like pulling a cracker, something like that. Well, I imagine looking at a bottle of vinegar and thinking, that'll probably last longer than me.
OK, so what do you think's harder, rapping or singing?
I think obviously rapping, because you got to write it and do it, whereas singers, they just sing other people's songs, don't they?
Some singers. Some people write their own songs.
Yeah.
What's your favourite song? Can you sing as well?
Summer breeze! Make me feel fair!
Voice of an angel. It's wonderful. So we asked our studio audience, would you rather be served by a machine or a human being?
It's really annoying, isn't it, when you're in a supermarket and you use one of the automated tills and a light is flashing, it's either the DVD or a bottle of wine, and you know, you need help. They never work, those things.
You're supposed to pay for them before you leave.
I've lost it with them. I've just shouted at the machine. So I've swiped this loads of times, and I've just said, look, I've taken the chicken, OK? Do your worst. The chicken's coming with me. It's like a hostage tonight. I walk out of the shop like this, go, I'm having this chicken, OK? I've tried to pay, you won't take it, I'm going. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
And then you swipe, nothing swipes, and then you go, an apple, no sticker on it, just goes boop, and you go, what the... Get in your head.
Sean, you go camping quite a lot. What do you like about it?
What do I like about it?
What's the attraction?
It's... cheap. No, I like going to the toilet and everyone knows what you're going to do. A toilet roll in your hand.
Because it's weird telling people on the way.
Yeah.
In a regular hotel, I'll stop people and say, "You'll never guess where I'm going. But I haven't got a toilet roll to prove it."
I just need to walk around, go past every tent, go, oh, I've got my toilet roll here, and I'm headed over there.
I think we know what's going on.
Yeah. Everybody, me, off the telly, I'm going to the toilet.
Top thing people wish they were better at.
Is it first aid? Because I always think, I wish I was better at first aid. Because the amount of times I'm in situations where somebody says, does anyone here know first aid? And I can't help myself. I always go, yeah. And I'm working on them. I'm thinking, oh, I should have been better. What sounds better at this? I shouldn't really have put myself forward. I don't know what's the matter. It's just not working, this.
That's literally the worst thing you could do to a twisted ankle.
Yeah. Is it head of wasps at London Zoo? That's a thankless task, isn't it? I'm head of wasps. Feeding time's easy, just empty a bin in the cage.
Britain's youth have scored among the lowest in international literacy and numeracy tests. Number 1 was Japan.
I think what it is actually the invigilators are much stricter these days. And in Japan, they're just like, yeah, it's all right, that's fine. It just shows in this country we're very strict. We like to do things properly.
What, they actually expect them to give correct answers and things like that?
Yeah, whereas in Japan, they're just like, yeah, whatever you want. As they're known for that, the Japanese, for being like all casual about stuff. They got about 650 different words for like the Eskimos got 1,000 words for snow. The Japanese have got hundreds of words for. Crazy, easygoing, happy-go-lucky, freewheeling. Drifters, that's what they are, really.
We should probably crack on from talking about the Japanese.
Well, I think it's good for everyone to have an insight into their culture. Oh,
you don't do the eyebrow raise on a zebra crossing?
No, you're meant to stop. You're meant to be considerate of pedestrians, people who are softer than you. You're in a big metal box. And I'm meant to say thank you for not killing me. Basic standards. That's like saying thank you to somebody for not stabbing you in the head while you're walking down the street. Thanks for not punching me in the face. Thanks for not pushing me in front of that train. You spend your whole life thanking people for not doing something insane, which would be running you over. In fact, I'd be more likely to just go, ah. I don't do that because there's a lot of hard people driving who get out of their cars and beat the crap out of you. But really...
You've had a bit of luck if it's Tinchy, really.
Yeah. You don't know. You never know. Yeah. You know, don't underestimate anybody. Especially me! Yeah. Oh. You came so close, Jimmy.
Fingers on buzzers, 2 more things to get.
Is it not bras, that's fine. I'll tell you what, something really does annoy me is when you go into a jeweller's and they're selling loads of clocks and they're all different times. Yeah. I'm thinking, you're trying to sell me these clocks and you can't even be bothered to get them on the right time. Why would I buy a clock from you that isn't showing me the right time? That's all I want from a clock, is that it tells me the frigging time, and you want to sell it to me, you want to charge me money, and you can't be bothered to go like that. You've got a bloody nerve trying to sell me clocks, and you can't even prove it's not a clock. If it's not the right time, it's not a clock. It's just some numbers. It's some numbers and some sticks moving different ways. It's not a clock. So don't. Next time I come in there, mate.
I'm annoyed about that now.
You ever see that CCTV footage of, like, some armed robbers? I'd love to go into a clock shop with balaclava and go, put all those clocks right! Just hold it to his head and go, now the next one, now the next I'm out of here.
OK, what's the top thing that makes British people angry?
Is it football? Because I know you have a very delicate relationship with football. You love it, but it makes you so angry.
That pisses me off at the football. There's always a clock that tells you it's 3:15, but the clock on the match says, like, 17:23, because there's 17 minutes gone, but the actual time is... And 2 clocks in the same room just kill thousands of people.
It's like a bloody jeweller's. Have we waited till Series 16 to break out that face?